Hey everyone. Yeah, let's just say that I didn't really keep the promise of, being back for the last year or so. I'll explain what I was up to at the end of the video if you're curious, and I'll try to have a less frequent but at least a more consistent schedule this time. But for now, let's get into the video. Art block. Now, art block is a term that I've seen being thrown around a lot online as this mystical thing that stops you from drawing or something like that. But here's what I think. Art block isn't just, I don't know what to draw. It has different causes, it has different fixes. So let's talk about the 5 most, common types that I would expect to see in artists and how to start working on, fixing the blockage.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
You want to draw, but your mind is just blank. You don't know what to draw, so you just don't. And maybe go on TikTok or something, I don't know. I would expect to see this art block maybe in relatively newer artists that are just starting out and they feel like they've opened up this entire universe of possibilities. And they have for sure, but it could be a bit overwhelming. So the cause is either no ideas or too many ideas, and now you're stunned. CC locked. So what do? I have an inspirations bank filled with images and little text prompts even that I've thought of over the years that I can draw whenever I feel stuck in my own projects. Maybe I'm lucky that I was a creative for basically my whole life. I remember back in primary school, year 2 or year 1 or something like that, and I used to always join the art sessions during free time and draw a few black sticks, I think, and like twigs coming out of them, and I called them winter trees. If you really enjoy drawing, look out for ideas and inspirations in your day-to-day life and write them down in your little, your pocket infinite note-taking thing that we call a phone. As for having too many ideas, please refer to this image. This has basically changed my life ever since I saw it a few years back.
Survive.
I've got him! Rip out his spine!
So now you do know what you want to draw, but you can't make it look right. The main cause of this is something actually really good. Trying something out of your comfort zone as an artist. This one's a good one because I low-key, on the low, am feeling this right now because I've been looking at this man's art in particular, the god of perspective art himself, Kishimoto. Like, look at this, bro. I can't do this. And dude was doing this in the early 2000s, I think, when I was barely crawling around, learning how to speak instead of grinding art. Right now, I'm breaking the idea of fisheye perspective into smaller, even simpler studies. For example, buildings, in my opinion, especially blocky ones, are much easier to draw than humans in this kind of warped perspective, I'd say. So yeah, try that. Also, this is more of a direct art tip, but try drawing a really messy and rough version of whatever you're trying to draw on purpose to get rid of some of that pressure, For perfect lines or whatever, you do need to get them pretty on point for them to look good. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Try to just, loosen up a little bit,
Unbelievable! McQueen is fading! McQueen is...
Alright, so now you have plenty of focused ideas and you even tried getting out of your comfort zone multiple times, every day, every hour. Okay, maybe too many times because now you're burnt out. If you do keep at it for a long time, you will feel burnt out. It's normal, especially if you have a job, especially if you work in customer service. Holy moly. Do you guys remember Night of the Consumers or Nights of the Consumers? That game was scarier than any horror game. You might just want to rest after a long shift. That's fair enough. Take a few days break. But here's the thing I don't see mentioned as often as just taking a break. During your break, try to consume art rather than producing it. And I don't mean just drawings, I mean movies, TV shows, comics, photos even, novels, anything. So let's be real, we're all creatives, we all love that feeling, that itch to create. For me at least, consuming peak fiction makes me want to draw all the time.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I think I see this in younger and newer artists more often as well. Basically, it's just starting and restarting every drawing because nothing feels good enough. I think it's because of the perfectly valid fear of making something ugly or wasting time, I guess you could say. This one can be a hard thing to fix because it's mostly just a habit or a personality trait rather than, you know, just a straight up mental obstacle like not feeling good enough or not having ideas or whatnot. I know it's not that simple, but you just have to make bad drawings. I'm sorry. You don't have to post these or show them to anyone. You can keep a private sketchbook of sorts and just completely just wail on. Yeah, so I recommend starting a sketchbook, physical one if possible. If you can start doing that, it will definitely help you get out of that habit of wanting everything to be, you know, perfect on the first try. Even look at this guy, Chomeng. I don't know which video it was, so I can't prove it, but he made it a point that even he makes mistakes when he had to like erase an eye or something. And this dude can draw. Like, I don't know how old this dude is, but he marks my stuff by, I don't know, at least like 10 years. You're welcome for the shout out, by the way.
What role am I playing? The victim? Jesus Christ!
So basically, this is social media, you know, performance anxiety. It's a relatively modern concept for humans because it's not even been around for that long. You feel the need to follow trends, flavor of the month, if you will, and that's fine. Some people do enjoy that, and if they do, that's fine. But if you do suffer from this art block, I think just drawing what you want from time to time is the best answer. It's an undeniable fact that trending topics will probably get you more likes and exposure and attention and whatever, but at the end of the day, if you limit yourself to only draw for likes and not for enjoyment, then it will eventually just become that, you know, 9 to 5 that no one really wants art to become for them. Okay, so those were the 5 types of art block and how to overcome them. And listen, I know it's not as simple as, you know, find inspiration in your life or either just draw messy. As with most things in life, there's not a single, you know, simple fix that works for everyone. I think that if you truly do want to improve and get out of these slumps, then you do have to put in that extra, you know, uncomfortable effort to apply these fixes. With that being said, I will tell you about my simple single fix that works for every type of art block for me so far. I have a long-term project. Okay, so it's low-key a shameless plug, but whatever. It's relevant to the video, so I think it's alright. So whenever I feel I have nothing to draw, I draw my series. Whenever I feel I want to draw too many things, I draw this to keep me grounded. I, of course, feel frustration over my skill level all the time because making a comic means drawing very tough angles of characters that you don't really do in, you know, full illustrations. And also, I don't really feel burnout because I just like it too much, I guess. And I've come to realize on top of that I can't really afford to be perfect when I want to release these chapters at a reasonable pace. What I can do is improve as I go along, and not only that, see the improvements chapter by chapter. So yeah, that's what I do. Maybe it'll help, I don't know, like 3 of you or something. I know it's gonna get like 3 views anyway. Oh, god damn it. So yeah, shameless plug over. I will put my comic in the description if you want to read it. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this one. As I mentioned in previous videos, I'm not the best artist on YouTube by any means, and so I'm aiming to make videos that are more, you know, general and I'd say informative to the process of creating art itself rather than the straight technical stuff. Again, you have people like Chomeng for that. So if you enjoyed that and you're interested in more humorous videos about art or maybe even art story times and the such, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. But yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.